I'm going to be demonstrating how I put logos onto t-shirts using my heat press. First, the logo. I drew it on my iPad and had it printed by Jiffy shirts. They do very good work, and it's about 5 cents a square inch, so that was maybe $4. The t-shirt I got from the same place, Jiffy. You can also use all-day shirts. About $2.50 a shirt, not bad. And they're comfortable shirts. If you're in a pinch, I would go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's. My heat press, HTVront automatic heat press. I'm going to turn it on. It is set for 320 degrees Fahrenheit and 20 seconds. So first, I'm going to let it warm up till about 120 degrees or so I can iron the shirt and get the wrinkles out. While that's warming up, things I will be using: a t-shirt ruler. I don't know how well it's going to come out, but it's got the little ruler right here, a center line, and a curved line for the collar. So you can just set it right there and boom, that's where the center is. I also use a fabric tape measure for extra measurements, heat tape or thermal tape, that way you can tape the logo down and it not leave any sticky residue like Scotch tape or masking tape would. We're going to throw the shirt on here. Just try to get it a little flat, and the heat press will do the rest. Hit the little button, it goes down, and it presses it for 20 seconds. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the t-shirt in half, horizontally, and press it again. That way there's a line going down the middle. That's where I use this, so I can better line up the center line. And then from there, it's a piece of cake. So we got that. Push you back. I just grab each sleeve like so. Stretch this out. Grab this. Now t-shirts are weird. They're not uniform. Everything is slightly off, but just get those corners right there where the sleeve is and right there where the sleeve is. Kind of give it a shake. Straighten it out. And boom, there you go. I grab this, throw this right here. Now this is not really for wrinkles or anything. This is just to get that center line. And this is the easy part. The hard part is lining everything up. But the fun thing about t-shirts is you put it on, they're always slightly off to the side or whatever. You're constantly picking at it. So if the logo's ever so slightly cockeyed, it doesn't matter. Of course, I can say that because I don't sell my t-shirts. I make old, stupid wrestling shirts for my friends and I. So let me see if I can show you this. You can barely see a little line. Is that visible? Kind of. There's a little line right there. So we grab our ruler. We put it right there on the collar. Now, collar to the edge of the ruler is 3 inches. And that is basically where I like my shirts. I like them to be about 3 inches down, and that's where I like the logo to start. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I just pop it right there, and the center line is going through that ironed line. So I grab the logo and put it right there. It is just slightly past 4 1/4 inches on each side. So right about there, and roughly the same length on each side. So, boom, she's done. This is really easy with square or lined logos so that you can see that beep means it's ready. So you can see like where it is, but with like a circled logo, you know, you kind of have to figure out where the center is, but I'd grab my phone, pop it right there on top, just to hold it in place, and then I grab my heat tape. Now with some iron-on vinyl, it's actually really sticky, so you don't need to tape it down. I like to put the logo onto the t-shirt outside of the heat press, because my heat press has this little bitty window to like line everything up. It's harder to work with. And this video would be shorter if I could get the tape working. Okay, here we go. And I just tape down the sides just so it doesn't kind of shift when I'm moving it from here to there. Okay. Grab the shirt by the top, pull it up like so, and boom. 320 for 20 seconds. And if you hear that noise, that's my cat screaming to come in here, even though he knows he cannot because the heat press is very hot. Fucking really professional video got going on here. 3, 2, 1. I like to take the shirt off of the heat press and get it off of there so that it cools down faster. These are hot or cold peel, which means I could peel it right now. I don't like to do that though. I like to give it about a minute and then peel it. Some of the iron-on vinyls are cold peel only, so you want to make sure that it's cool to the touch before you peel it. But these, I think I could peel it right now. But like I said, I don't like doing that. I like just to give it about a minute, 30 seconds or so. But once it's ready to go, and while you're waiting for this to go, you can have another t-shirt going. You know, over here, measuring it, putting the logo where it wants to be, taping it down, ready. You get an assembly line going. You know, one's on there, one's being measured, one's being pressed, one's cooling. You can do a shirt in 4 minutes. So, I just undo the tape, and then I just peel it. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Now, it goes back onto the heat press for another 20 seconds at 320 degrees, but this time we get some Teflon paper. We put it over there. That way the heat press is not coming in direct contact with the logo. And this will just kind of set it. There are other steps you could take. Get a lint roller, roll your shirts over just to get all the little hairs and stuff off. I like to pre-wash my shirts. You said you were buying pre-washed ones. Either way is fine. Ideally, perfect world, you get a shirt, you actually put it on, and then you wash it, and then you put a logo on it, stretch out all those little fibers, But after 20 seconds, the logo is set, and boom. And that looks straight. And I see like it's hard to take a photo of a t-shirt. You know, every little corner is different, you know, depending on how level the camera is, which mine is not. Looks a little janky, but that thing is gorgeous right there. And that was an 11-minute video. Didn't need to be that long, but them's the breaks.